Hornets. We're broadcasting from the Time Warner Cable Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at the Clippers, game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
Well, I think for Los Angeles, they've been outstanding so far this season. And, of course, we knew what a great team they have, but that doesn't make it any less impressive. They've really gotten everybody's attention.
Yeah, they're one of the teams that I look forward to watching as a broadcaster. Great talent, but it's the way they play together.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Well, you know, Chris Paul has such an intelligence for the defense. High IQ, and he's extremely competitive. He looks for every advantage he can get, whether it's 2-for-1s or looking to sell a call to the officials. He always appears to be driven to find that edge.
And a foul call on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Chris Paul with the best assist-to-turnover ratio in the league last season. And led the league in steals per game as well for the 6th time in his career. You talk about the impact he has on a game. I mean, those numbers don't lie.
And Chris Paul's strength so underrated. When you talk about his ability, Clark, to protect the ball offensively and create steals at the other end, that plays a big role, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, strength is so valuable, no matter what position you play. And being a smaller point guard, his strength and quickness allow him to always be on balance. You rarely see Chris Paul out of control or off balance, and that's part of his brilliance and greatness. The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
An easy 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Poked away. Paul with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break.
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. Walker with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami.
He was exquisite in that game, Kevin. It wasn't just the scoring, it was the passing, too. And his teammates, you can tell, were just really enjoying playing with him. You got to love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Ball against Walker. Outside, Griffin. Again, the Clippers.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out. Well, Noah Vonleh steadily climbed draft boards last season at Indiana. A long, athletic big man who also demonstrated college three-point range. It's a rare commodity, highly valued at the NBA level.
And both free throws good for Vonleh. And most scout conversations about Noah Vonleh start with his physical gifts. The kid's 6'10". He has a 7'4" arm span. And the second biggest hands ever measured at the combine. I don't think I knew that. Almost a foot across.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But the real issue is that he can play. I mean, all of those measurables are nice. But this guy, he's a good rebounder. He's got a nice touch. And he can put it on the floor a little bit. So this is a guy that has tremendous potential for him.
Here's Paul. Here's Jordan. Good. Jordan's got his first bucket of the night.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Matthews dishes to Barnes, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Now go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
I asked him how he was going to slow down Blake Griffin in this one, and he told me, any way we can. He went on to add that he didn't really have any one answer for Blake because he is such a dynamic player, adding, you see the dunks in the highlight reels, but he can hurt you in a lot of other ways as well. Really, we just have to throw everything we can his way. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top. That's terrific defense right there to prevent them from converting in close.
Paul outside. Paul missing again. Hornets trail by 10. Conley outside. Walker. The high post shot. Pierce with the rebound.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that. You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Matthews into the lane, and he gets it to go.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Well, it's amazing what a year can do, isn't it? Then Bobcats, now Hornets, looked completely lost heading into last season. But with the additions they made, I think they have this ship back on track.
6 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Now, you look at Miller, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Well, all you have to do is point to his name at the top of the list. What a season it's been for him. He's been amazing.
Paul kicks to Miller. Here's the three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. As you said, Charlotte really one of the teams that took a lot of people by surprise last year. Big turnaround, spearheaded by a wonderful presence in the locker room, Big Al Jefferson.
Yeah, and a tremendous presence on the floor, too, as a post scorer and guy that demanded double teams. The organization saw that things were wide open to these. They could have sat on their hands and stood pat, but they went after Al Jefferson and got a centerpiece to build it.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Yambo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Zeller comes in for Vonleh. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Barnes. And it's Henderson for Wesley Matthews. Paul with the steal. And laid in to finish the break. Paul's got 14 points.
Now, defensively, they have to pick up the intensity and close out on shooters.
Steve, you're right. I mean, they're getting picked apart out there, and the intensity on D's got to pick up as well. I mean, you can't have it on cruise control on defense.
Johnson over to help. Henderson passes to Kidd-Gilchrist. The kick out to Walker. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 13. And it's Johnson penetrating. It's rebounded by Kidd-Gilchrist.
They get in every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Stevenson against Henderson. Shot is no good. Excellent D there by Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Walker. Stevenson drives in. Hard off that pick and finished strong.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
Walker dishes to Beyond. Pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's blocked by Stevenson. Johnson kicks to Stevenson. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Stevenson's got 5 points so far.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They're piling up the assist.
And that one's good by Henderson. Here is Stevenson. 5 points in the game. Crawford outside. Davis setting the pick for Crawford. Kicks it to Davis. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Davis has got his first bucket in this one. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Clippers lead by 18. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And the Hornets with possession here. They trail by 18. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And these interconference matchups are important, Kevin. You only see the club twice all season. And it feels a little different. You want to go out and really put on a good performance.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the back. Smith out there with Glenn Davis. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. The dish to Jefferson. And that one's good. Jefferson's got 8 points. Steve was talking about, Clark, just moments ago about not playing each other often because they're in different conferences. Wouldn't you say that affects the way a game will play out?
Most definitely, Kevin. I mean, when it's an opponent you see so little of, there's always a feeling out process, and I'm sure that'll be the case today for both teams.
To the wing on the left. Zeller setting the pick for Walker.
Last season, Kemba Walker's per-game numbers were pretty comparable to his breakthrough second season, but his efficiency shooting the ball dropped a little bit overall. He was under 40% from the field last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Longley's checked in for Zeller. Barnes comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Stevenson can't hit.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
And Walker kicks to Matthews. Matthews left side. It's blocked. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Crawford outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And for Walker last season, Steve, less points in the paint, more threes.
Well, and he's improved that three-point percentage every season in the NBA, so he's growing comfortable from that range. And, you know, and it's a nice trend with the Hornets looking to create space for Big Al Jefferson inside. They'll need those perimeter threats.
Well, look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Jefferson against Davis. It's stolen by Davis, and it's...
Hammer time! Hammer time!
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So, for the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Davis. Griffin comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Miller subbed in for Chris Paul.
That's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Walker. He gets hauled in by Los Angeles. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
It's Jefferson, top of the key. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Wasted no time on that one. And 12 points for Jay.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Matt Barnes out of UCLA, of course, an energy and effort player. He brings toughness and a defensive mindset. He said, I always look forward to guarding the best player. My thing is to stay into them and make them uncomfortable with pressure. You want to make them work hard and not allow them to get anything easy. Kevin, back to you.
Versatile defender and much improved as a shooter over the years, Doris. Thanks.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first.